Ahoj, tady Martin a vítejte u dalšího dílu Zaklínače 3 Divoký Hon. A ještě předtím, než začneme, tak vlastně chci říct, že chystám se změnit jméno mého kanálu. Ještě teda nevím, jak se to, ale pracuji na tvorbě právě názvu, vlastně názvu kanálu, jak se bude nově jmenovat. Takže další podrobnosti vám řeknu v dalším videu a můžeme se na to vrhnout. A hnedka, jak tady vidíte na pravo ode mě, tak máme tady rodinné záležitosti, jo, úkol, najdi zaříkavačovou chalupu a tam taky chceme jít na ten úkol. Takže jdeme na to. Tak, no. Jen se celý odsaď vymotat. Sklepnout. Co je ty? To by se... Je, no to otevřu. To je jednoduchý klepnout. Co se zválá? Tak. Jdeme najít toho zaříkávače. Ale klepnout, přestaň. Však si ti nic neděje. Ale ta výdrž toho koně, to je trošku jiná záležitost, budu si muset potom koupit nový sedlo. Lepší. No. Protože ta výdrž toho koně, to je jako mizerná. Lepší než nic. Tak, no, asi to přes vodu nemůžu, no, to je moc hluboký, proklepnu. A tady je.
What do you want?
Want to talk to the peller.
Too late. We've got dibs on a chat with him. A long one.
Jo. No, tak co jako... Jdete nebo
Get the hell
zemřete?
out. Now.
And here I thought we'd have a day without corpses.
Major's paid top coin for the special bits of rare creatures. Wonder how much we'll get for his eyes.
Jo, tak vy takhle parchanti, jo. Tak na vás si dám tvé ignit, jo. Vy dostanete parchanti, jako. Jo, no. To bylo krásný přesto křoví, je. Taková cenzura. Tak, trošku je. Sebereme věci a jdeme za tím zaříkávačem.
Hey, anybody home? Open up, it's safe now.
Devils. Who do they bring? What seek ye?
I need your help.
Oh, a man. Nay, a wolf. Grey, though not old. 'Tis he the peller awaits.
Říkal jsi, že něco říkal? Já ne, rovnou přijdem k věci. Jako.
Recognize this? Made of spruce wood, strong smell of juniper, designed to protect someone.
Freshly cut spruce sprinkled with goat's blood, then tempered with an incense of earth, smoke and juniper. For Anna, to protect her.
Vyrobil si ho ty, no.
You make the amulet?
Aye, sure 'twas the Pella. After the way of his forefathers, over still water in the light of a full moon. Proper as amulets go. It protected well. Should never have taken it off.
Na ochranu před čím?
So, designed to protect her. From what?
Oh, the besieged she was, evil all around, wanted to possess her. Old magic, born of oblivion, from dark sources emerged.
Old magic? Can you be more specific?
'Tis not for mouth speech, nor for the touch. A small protective charm, not a thing more a Pella could do.
Hledám Anu a její dceru, no.
Anna and her daughter are missing. Know where they are?
Nay. Pella don't know. But the spirits could know. The Pella will augur, the spirits ask.
Spirits. Great. Fine with me. Long as I know where to look, where to find them.
Lost, must be found. Princess! None better than Princess for finding things.
Princess? Which princess?
Princess, my goat! She's fled.
Those men must have scared her off. Can we get back to the auguring?
Without the goat, impossible. No goat, won't work.
Přeci se nemůžu honit za nějakou kozou, no. To jako...
Can't seriously think I'm gonna chase down your goat.
A Pella without a goat makes for a mute prophet.
Mlč, věštec. Tak to je, no. Tak dobře.
Fine.
Ty
I'll
najdu
get
ti
your
tvůj
goat.
kozu, no.
The bell, the little bell's ringing. She loves it. Ring, ring, and she will follow. But for a while. But beware of wild strawberries. Raspberries too.
Yeah, treacherous as beasts go. I always keep an eye out for them.
No, kolik předmět. Dobrý, no, tak... Budeme hledat kozu. Zaříkavačová koza, tak to je. To jsem nechtěl. Tohle taky. Vlci, běžte. Víte kam. Hele, víte kam. Sorry, kluci, nechtěl jsem vám ublížit, ale když vy nám
This way, I
nezapíčíte,
think.
tak jako co hol s váma. Ten medvídek. Okay, tak no to asi bude art, ne? Tak, pořádně. Co pak tu tady máme? Nějaký houby, to tady. Ale tady už je. Tady je. Koza.
Here, goat.
Tak
Here,
pojď.
princess.
Pojď,
Hoofed and horned. I should have known it would be stubborn. All right, time to try the bell. Come on, let's go see the Peller. Come on, take you back to the Peller. Misses you something awful. Do I really have to keep ringing this bell for you to follow? hell'd you go?
Kam běžíš, tyhle? Ještě, že jsem tady zabil toho medvěda, tyhle. Pojď ty, kozo.
There, around this area. Good thing I ran into him earlier.
Pojď ty.
Do I really have to keep ringing this bell for you to follow?
Hrůza s tebou, tyhle, kozo. Musím zachraňovat kozu, tyhle, to. Za to mi tak dobře neplatí, to je, abych já tady hledal kozu jako zaklínač, tyhle.
Nowhere in sight, princess. Flee not from the Pella, for there are wolves about. Goat of mine, dearest, sweetest goat.
No, tak teď už mi pomůžeš, no.
Happy for you, but I'm kinda in a hurry. Anna and Tamara, they might be in danger.
The White Wolf helped the Pella, and so the Pella shall help him. Blood. We need blood. A living being.
Fine. Be right back. Will this do?
They are not here. There is blood. Blood. I see blood.
Whose?
No Anna. No Tamara. Just a child. A child that lives not, yet did not die.
Mentioned a child. Whose?
Why, Anna's.
Anna was pregnant?
She was. And she miscarried.
Baron didn't mention it.
Afraid, perhaps. Or ashamed, or forgetful. Or perhaps he had no wish to remember.
Máš s tím něco společného, baron?
Did the Baron have anything to do with his wife's miscarriage?
Foul-tempered he is, and he's a fondness for hooch.
No doubt makes his temper even fouler. Did he abuse his family? Anna came to you, you must have noticed something.
The Pella's old, near blind, but Princess came and licked her hand.
So what?
She's a wise beast, only comes to those who suffer.
No, co s tím dítěm tam stalo?
What happened to the child?
In a grave thrown, without rite or ceremony, it awoke. Now it wanders, it seeks vengeance.
A botchling.
Aha, potracenka, no
White
jasně.
wolf, wise wolf, catch the botchling. The botchling will help. Lead the wolf to the loved ones.
Botchlings suck the blood of pregnant women and eat their fetuses. They don't help.
'Tis a being cursed, and witches lift curses. If the white wolf can't lift it, he should bring me its blood. Blood will always find kindred blood.
K čemu potřebuji?
Why do you want its blood?
Blood. Blood, blood. It binds men for all ages, the living and the dead.
Sure, but what do you want to do with it?
At times, a century is too short for two brothers to reconcile. One dies before things are set right. The other then brings his blood to the Peller.
Mm-hmm. And what does the Peller do?
He awaits Forefathers' Eve. He mixes the blood with milk, herbs, and hen's feet. He drinks to reconcile the dead with the living. There shall be no Forefathers' Eve this year, but we'll find a way, all the same.
Jak tu kletbu můžu zlomit?
Heard of one witcher who lifted a botchling's curse. Never tried it myself, though. I know you need to bury it under the threshold.
And give it a name. Perform the Aim Roin.
The ritual of naming. That's an elven custom.
Human, elven, dwarven, ancient. Spirits have no race. They honour not its meaning. Win a spirit's favour, and the spirit shall aid you. Ask, and it will answer. Seek, and it will show you the way.
Dobrý no, tak potřebuji zjistit, kde je ta potracenka.
Whatever I do, I gotta find the botchling first.
Seek it at midnight, near the grave that lies empty.
If what you say is true, the Baron ought to know where that grave is.
No tak to... Baron má nám co vysvětlovat, jako. Baron má co vysvětlovat, jako. Neřekl nám informaci, jako důležitou informaci, nám neřekl. Potracence, no. Přečti si bestiář, no to si jako přečtu, to bestiář. Já to mám, bestiář. Šalmy to ne. Prokletý, potracenky. Co se na něj potřebuje? Olej proti prokletým a axie, jasně. No to olej proti prokletým, to nevím, jestli mám. No, nemám. Budu muset trošku zapracovat na té alchymii. A celkově budu muset si vydělat peníze na lepší věci pro koně, pro mě. Sbírat hromada věcí pro tu alchymii, no, abych si mohl vyrobit ty. A celkově i... co pak to tam je, hoří. No tak to je pěkný, no. No co jsem to chtěl říct, no prostě... Budu muset taky sehnat nějaký ty recepty na to. A to by asi mohlo být u nějakého... Buď to bylinkářky, nebo herbáře, no. Nebo nějakého obchodníka. Se dají to najít nějaký takový recepty, no. Ježíš, to zase... tak já tam půjdu pěšky. Co tady všichni stojíte, ne? Běžte to hasit.
Oswin! Where's Oswin? Anyone seen him?
Believe I saw him heading to the stable.
What?
Fire. You blind? Nobody willing to put it out?
Ain't that simple. Most are afraid. Baron flies into a rage. He takes no prisoners.
My brother's in the stable! We've got to save him! He'll burn alive! Him and the horses!
Jo, pomůžu mu.
See what I can do.
Hurry now! Quick!
100% pomůžu, ne? Nějaký baron, ten baron počká. Teď to musíme tady zachránit. Ale tady je truhla, tu si beru.
Over here! Can't get out! Roof collapsed!
Dobrý, tak to jsme zachránili.
We've a hero in our midst. You've earned yourself a barrel of Lillian.
I know your wife miscarried. Was that before or after you beat her to a pulp?
What the fuck are you suggesting?
Don't play me for a fool. You'd been beating them for years. Finally, they'd had enough and fled. Sound about right?
Jo, požrali bol, tak pojď ty.
They ran from me.
Já ti dám, ty.
Lying prick!
No jo, se tomuhle neubráníš, co? Ale jo.
Fucking get out of here!
Ale jo. Nechce. No, konečně. Pořádně mu vybachet.
We need to talk. Sit down.
Posaď se.
You beat them.
I never laid a finger on Tamara. Not once.
And on Anna.
That's another story. She always knew how to spark my ire.
Jak to tedy vlastně s tou ženou bylo? No?
Your wife. How'd she make you angry? Too much salt in the soup? Socks never darned?
20 years we've known each other. She's seen me drunk and sober. She was there to greet me when I returned the victor. She was there to patch me up in defeat. Like no other, she knew where to press, where to pinch, so it would hurt.
You beat her? For that? For criticizing you?
Oh, Witcher, you haven't a clue, have you? Well, perhaps I shall tell you about it one day. One day, but not today.
Souceru si nikdy neuhodil, opravdu ne?
Expect me to believe you are a loving father to Tamara after that scene in the courtyard?
You're free to believe whatever you wish, but she was always the apple of my eye. She had the run of the place, ask anyone. She'd ride the horses, hunt with the men, at times join them on their rounds. And they'd send for her when I flew into a rage, for only she could calm me.
Make it sound like she led a charmed life. If that's the case, why'd she run?
I'd hardly need you if I knew.
Kdybych to věděl, nebo třeba bych to... Ty jsi věděl, že utekli, že jo?
You knew they had run away from the start.
Yes, I knew.
Why didn't you tell me? Wasted my time.
Say I had. Say I'd said I had troubles. Couldn't control my wife, my daughter. What kind of flaccid prick would you take me for?
Jak vlastně utekli? No? Co se stalo?
Tell me everything you remember about the day they fled. The truth this time.
I'd been soaking myself 3 days straight. Anna came to me, said they were leaving. I begged them to stay. She refused to hear it. I tried to stop her. She wriggled like an eel. We struggled. She fell. Last blasted thing I remember. Woke up in the morn, breeches heavy with my own piss. A large bump on my head. Sadly, they were gone. Know what that's like, Witcher? No. How the fuck could you? I was left with nothing. Nothing! Only the bottle.
A co ty stopy pobojivkou?
Signs of a fight in the room. Hole in the wall, wine all over the landing. Was that you?
Aye, we tussled. She tried to whack me on the noggin with a candlestick, but kept missing. Hit the wall and a pillar instead. I staggered backwards onto the table, spilled the wine, slipped and tumbled. Anna used that moment to flee. She rushed down the stairs, still clutching that damn candlestick. I caught her on the landing. We fell. I thought I had her. Then she turned and smacked me in the head. I blacked out. Don't know what happened next. When I came to, I was alone.
A Tamara byla u toho?
Tamara present for all this? She see you quarrel?
Through the doorway, perhaps. She didn't enter the room. Shame, too. Things might have turned out differently. The sight of her always calmed me.
A co se stalo potom?
What happened next?
Next, it only got worse. I awoke at sunset, not knowing how many days had passed. Thought it was all a ploughing, drunken nightmare. And then I went to the bedchamber, and Anna was not there. Instead, there was blood everywhere. I knew she'd miscarried. My breath short, my throat locked. I neared the bed and saw it. It lay there, a tiny thing, defenseless, on bloodied sheets, dead. And it was my doing.
Musel být to příšerný pohled.
Seen a lot of dead in my time, but that must have been hard.
Unspeakably so. My legs gave out. I saw fields of corpses at Sodden. Saw witches burn in Maribor. But compared to this, all that was a rabbit's prick alongside a great oak. And the guilt is all mine.
We don't know that yet. The amulet Anna wore could be linked somehow. Maybe the fact that she lost it. What did you do with the child?
Wrapped it in a clean sheet and buried it.
Just like that?
Damn you! I gave no thought to a funeral. It was a horror. I wanted it to end. That child had been my dream. I told Anna, the little one, our little one, to make things right. Yet she died before she could be born. Understand, Witcher? My child was dead.
Cítím s tebou, no. Co?
I sympathize. I do.
Thank you. And know that I hope you find your Ciri.
Deal we made means I need to find Tamara and Anna first. Just so happens your unborn daughter might help us do that.
What? How?
Sometimes miscarried fetuses, if they don't get a proper burial, turn into botchlings.
Into fucking what?
Já ti to
A cursed creature that draws strength from killing pregnant women. Once it's strong enough, it attacks those who scorned it.
But how? How does it know?
Blood ties. They're a strong bond. A bond I want to use to find your family.
How?
One of two ways. Legends claim you can bury a botchling under the family's threshold, perform a ritual, and turn it into a lubberkin. That's a sort of, hob, a guardian spirit that could lead me to your family.
And the other way?
We kill it and draw some blood. Take that to the Peller and he does the rest.
Do not kill my child. It's suffered enough already. Lift the curse that it may finally rest in peace.
No, ukaž mi, kde je ta
Whatever
dítě,
we
no.
do, we gotta find the botchling first.
I'll show you where I buried her, and I'll dig the grave at my threshold.
If it turns out we can't transform the botchling into a lubberkin, they can bury us in it. Handy either way.
Vyřídíme to hned.
The sooner we resolve this, the better. Best do it tonight, at midnight.
Then wait here with me. Near midnight, I'll take you to where I buried her.
Get word to the common folk. Ought to stay in their homes tonight and draw a line of salt outside their doors. And try to sober up.
Do I take a shovel to dig up the grave?
Take it. You'll need it, but not for that.
A bit further. Follow me.
Tak jdeme.
Did
Kde
you
jsi?
give the child a name?
No. Why would we?
Mistake. Names are powerful seals.
Here's the spot.
Chose a lovely spot.
Damn it, will you relent? I'm ploughing now I've done wrong.
Good. The grave's dug up and empty.
What's that mean?
Botchling's on the prowl.
Look,
No tak to je teda hnusný.
Take it in your arms, quick.
and if it goes guarantee, it'll bite us in the arse before we know it.
Keep screaming and it will turn rabid. It's calm for now.
Bloody hell. What happens when it gets very restless?
It'll bite through your jugular and you'll bleed to death before I can help. Tell me if it starts wriggling. I'll calm it with magic. Pick it up. Take it in your arms.
Merciful gods.
Back to the fortress.
What? This?
As I recall, you were the one who wanted to test the old legends and change it into a lubberkin.
Oh, fuck.
No tak běž, barone. Tak, no.
Spectres.
Tak, ty.
Pest take me! It's writhing something fierce! I can't hold it! Calm it somehow! Oh. Oh. Quiet now. But what do you want to do with it?
Me? Nothing. This is your job. Told you, gotta bury it under the threshold. If the tales are true, by tomorrow it'll be a lubberkin. From then on, it'll watch over your house and help me find your family.
Tak, no. No jasně, dobrý. přízraci.
On with it. We'll not wait to devour us.
Klidek, no. Hej, hej, ale... Přestaňte se teleportovat.
Squirming.
Dobrý.
What? It stopped.
Chosen a name?
No,
So think of one. It's important.
it's a girl. What would Anna have named her?
Tak jsme už tady, ne? Tady dáme. No.
What now?
Repeat after me. By the powers of earth and sky.
By the powers of earth and sky.
By the world that was to be your home.
By the world that was to be your home.
Forgive me, you who came, but who I did not embrace.
Forgive me. You who came, but who I did not embrace.
I name thee, say her name, and embrace thee as my daughter.
I name thee Daya, and embrace thee as my daughter.
Good. Now bury the body.
What now?
In 1 day's time, Dea should turn into a lubberkin. I'll stay here and wait. You go home.
I'll wait with you.
Out of the question.
But that's my child. The guilt, the responsibility for all this lies with me.
Time for parental impulses? It's long past. Besides, nothing else you can do here.
But
No buts. Just Witcher's work left to do here. Gotta wait a day and a night for the botchling to turn into a lubberkin. That's it. Go home. And try not to drink yourself stupid again.
Tak jo, počkáme.
By blood's power I summon you. With your name I beseech you. Hear my call and arise, Dea. Lead me to those bound to you by blood.
Hej, tak jdeme za tím duchem. Strážným. No, vůbec si tady lidi nevšímejte, že já tady chodím za duchem. To je normální pro zaklínače. A co ne? Kolepnu tady necháme. Tak kam nás zavedeš? Stražníku. Toplivec, hele, nazdar. A umři. Nebudu si s tebou mazlit. Že by tady něco bylo?
Sure wasn't lavender they kept in there. Might be worth looking around, though. A bracelet. One of them must have dropped it. Horseshoe. No way a pitch burner could afford a horse.
To jsou hadry.
Clothing. They change in here. Both were here. I'm going the right way. Wants to show me something more.
Je rozsekáváme jak... Udělám z nich sushi ze všech. Tak. Co, není tady něco? Nevidím zatím, že by tady byl nějaký důkaz od nich. To jsou tady ty vybuchující, jo.
Necrophages had a field day. Still worth a closer look.
Dobrý. Ještě jeden, jo. Ještě jich tady pár, jo. Tyhle na mě naběh, tyhle. Takový terorista.
Should examine that horse carcass.
Dobrý, tak aspoň si tady z vás vezmu věci, no, když jste tady poumírali.
What do we have here?
Tu doma, no, kosti.
Bones have been here a while.
Sedlo.
Chewed on the saddle. Necrophages will eat anything these days.
No, když jsou hladoví, tak čemu se divíš?
Giant claws. Wasn't a necrophage made these marks.
Nohy.
Horseshoes missing. Is this the animal that lost one in the smokehouse? Head torn clear off. Takes incredible strength. Must have been attacked by a powerful beast. Surprised him. Hope they got away. Trail goes on. Good thing it doesn't end here.
Tak je tady asi něco jako přepadlo. Nějaká stůra. Kam teda šli? Jaký barák? Možná jsem, že tady?
A fisherman's hut. Seems she wants me to take a closer look.
Who's that? Other room. Go on now.
What you seek here, sir? Our hut's out of the way. Woeful. We has nothing. We knows nothing.
Just need information. Looking for 2 women, the Bloody Baron's wife and daughter.
Not a soul have been here, sir.
Sure? Not even passing through? Daughter's medium height, about 20. Her mother's thin, about 40. Seen them?
That sir came at night, right, Mummy? Quiet, boy.
Koho jsi viděl?
I want to help that woman. She could be in danger.
Young and seen no one, my lord. He's a kiddie. Must have dreamt it.
I want to hear this dream then. So, kid, who did you see? Who came here?
Pappy brought her at night. The lady does the medicines. She was all afeared. Talked about an awful monster. Said she had to go back. Dunno where to. Mummy and Pappy cheered her up. Gave her clothes. Hers were ragged.
Co stalo s tou ženou?
Where'd the girl go? Your son said enough. No point in playing dumb anymore.
Sorry, sir, but you don't look like one of her father's men.
Because I'm not. I'm looking for Tamara and her mother. I need to know if they're alive and safe.
Tamara is, hi. She's to my brother's place in Oxenford. But Mrs. Anna, that's another tale. Though anywhere's better than to crow's perch with a baron.
Why?
'Cause he beat her, sir. Beat Mrs. Anna, I means. Everyone knew, but not a one lifted a finger for to stop it.
Kde je baronova žena?
What happened to Tamara's mother?
Twere like this. I was awaiting in the old smokehouse with horses. Cold as hell and so dark, couldn't see past 2 ells in front of you. Moon had risen high, and still they hadn't come. Began to fear some demon had snatched them. But finally they came forth, and we sets off towards the river. Suddenly, out of nowhere, a gale arose. Thought it'd tear my head off. And those damn birds, swarms of them coursing o'er the woods, raising a racket to make your ears bleed. Mrs. Anna screamed, bent over into herself. Tamara knelt down, gripped her arms. 'Twere then I saw it. Fiery marks on her hands.
A co se stalo potom?
Fine. What happened next?
Grew even darker. Seemed someone had put out the stars. Crickets all went silent of a sudden, and then, from the woods, a roar. Broke out in a cold sweat, and before I could catch my breath, a beast jumped out of the woods, big as a barn, with horns and 2 burning coals for eyes. I thought I was done for. Beast attacked Mrs. Anna's horse, ripped its head off, carried her off into the woods. Our horses, mine and Miss Tamara's, got spooked and tore off willy-nilly. 'Twere the only reason we escaped. The miss wanted to go back for her mother, but my wife pleaded, said she'd die out there alone. Miss Tamara agreed not to go.
Proč jste jim pomohli?
Why help them at all? You risked a lot.
I did that. Owed Miss Tamara. 3 moons passed, a fever gripped my boy. We thought he was done for. Tamara alerted, brought food and salves. We're poorer than dirt itself. She saved my boy. No 2 ways about it. Me, myself, I'd have never dared to help. But my missus told me a time of war and contempt's come, a time of folk gone wrong. We needs to repay good with good. Who stands by idly does evil as if.
Married a wise woman.
Crying shame we couldn't save Mrs. Anna in the end.
Pověz mi o těch
What
znamení.
marks?
These, well, like burned on with hot iron. On the palms, inside.
Burned? Like a cattle brand?
Aye, though these wasn't black scars scabbed over. They's hot and glowing, as if they burned with raw fire.
Děkuji vám za pomoc.
Thanks for your help.
The lady. She'll be all right in the end, won't she?
I'll do what I can to see that she is. here our paths diverge. Thank you, Dea. Go in peace.
OK, jo, super. Díky, že jste se koukali. Pokud se vám to líbilo, dejte like. Pokud se vám to ještě víc líbilo, dejte odběr. A u dalšího dílu se uvidíme. Zdar!